everybody, welcome to a 20-something's kitchen. So today we are making one of my go-to winter favorites, and that is my fully loaded veggie noodle dish. So what goes into that? As you may have guessed, there's going to be a lot of veggies. So I have my mixed bag here of frozen veggies. And this is really, as I said, my go-to in the winter because in the winter time there's not too many fresh vegetables around. So what I do when I go grocery shopping is I just load up on all the mixes or just the individual frozen veggies such as peas or asparagus. I just keep those in the freezer so I have them around, so if I do want to make a noodle dish or if I just want to cook them up and eat them alone to try to get my nutrition in, that's what I do. It's the easiest thing to do in the winter. So besides our veggies, we have an egg noodle here. You can also substitute this for angel hair pasta if you're not able to find the egg noodle. And then we have ginger, garlic, jalapenos, chili flakes, sesame oil, soy sauce, veggie broth, and you can really use any kind of broth, a little bit of sugar, and then we also have olive oil. So to go ahead and get started, we're just going to cook off the frozen veggies here. So I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of olive oil into the pan, dump the veggies in, and then I'll take it over to the stove and just let those cook up for about 2 to 5 minutes here. So all the veggies are dumped in, and what I actually have is about 1 to 2 cloves of fresh garlic, and then I have a really small diced jalapeno that I'm going to add to this just to have that little extra spice that I like. Totally optional. Go ahead and cook all that together, and we'll get started. So the veggies are frying away, and you can probably hear them singing in the background here. Veggie taste, veggie taste. And while I put the veggies on, I actually put a pot of water on separately as well, and that's going to be for our noodles. So I'm going to make up about half of the pack. It's going to be a lot of noodles, but you can always eat them cold if you don't want to add all of them to this dish. It's really good for lunch or just for a snack. And what we're going to do after we cook the noodles, so we'll bring the water to a boil, throw the noodles in, have them cook down, and then we're actually going to strain the noodles. And then in the pot, we're going to add 1 tablespoon of olive oil or vegetable oil or sunflower oil, whatever kind of oil you're into, and 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. So we're just going to give the noodles a light fry and give them a little bit of flavor before we add them in with the vegetables. So what is going to coat the veggies? We'll grab my big yellow bowl and show you what's up. So once again, we're going to go back to the soy sauce. We're going to add 1/4 cup of soy sauce, 1/4 cup of the veggie broth, and like I said, you can really use any kind of broth for this. We're going to add, let's say maybe 1/4 of a tablespoon of chili flakes. It's going to have some heat to it, especially if you do have those jalapenos in there. It'll be good. And then we're going to do, along with the garlic that we have in there, we're going to do 1/2 tablespoon of the garlic. And then also 1/2 tablespoon of ginger. And you can do fresh or you can do the paste. Either one. Next, we're going to do 1 tablespoon of sesame oil. This is really strong stuff, so a little goes a long way. And you don't want it to be too overpowering either. And then we're going to add 1 tablespoon of sugar in. So we'll go ahead and give this a quick whisk, and then we'll just let it sit aside here while the veggies and noodles cook away. As my water is boiling and ready to go, I'm just going to show you guys what these noodles look like. So here's, there's the pack for you. And they actually come in these little houses, I like to call them. So I'm going to put about 2 of those into the boiling water. As you can see, our noodles are nice and hot and they are good to go. What I have done, show them off here, is just strain them, and then I'm going to be putting them back into the pot that they were in. I'm going to be adding 2 tablespoons of oil and 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. And like I said in the beginning, if you can't find these noodles in the grocery store, you can always use an angel hair pasta, or you can use ramen noodles. Just boil up the noodles themselves, but do not add the flavor pack. The soy sauce is already going to have enough of that sodium for you, and the flavor pack will just take it a completely different direction as far as flavors and salt content goes. Go ahead and add this. So remember, 2 tablespoons, 2 tablespoons. And I will take this back over to the stovetop, get them frying up there, and then I will also be adding my mixture that I had made earlier in the yellow bowl. I'm going to add that to the veggies just to cook them up. And then we will bring them both together to make our delicious dish. So the noodles have been cooked up and fried, and the veggies are good to go. I've put it all into one pot that I'm going to show off for you here. As you can see, I couldn't help but do a little test. I had to make sure it's good for you guys. There it is. So we have our noodles and our veggie in there, and it actually is a really pretty dish. So I got the mix that has the red peppers, carrots, bamboo shoot, edamame. It has a lot of good stuff in there, but putting these seasonings on makes it that much easier to eat them. So without further ado, I'll add a little more to my plate. Gotta put some meat on the bones before winter. And of course, it's predominantly noodles. And go ahead and give it a try. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I'm going to get back to my plate, show it the love it needs.
But I can't help falling in love with